Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into the hot topics of the ethics surrounding artificial intelligence and regulations. I want to discuss one current event right now that I understand that is going on today. Is as of today, as of October the 1st, we have been waiting to see if it was going to shut down. Okay, like if the borders were going to shut down, like the longshoremen's. So I have longshoremen's and stuff like that inside of my family, and boy, did it not shut down. So what we're going to talk about today is just the different moral frameworks, and I'm going to use, excuse me, the as entertainment, I'm going to use the episode from Black Mirror. Okay, I don't know if y'all watch Black Mirror or anything of that nature, but it is a sitcom. Okay, so first up, let's talk about moral relativism. Okay, these concepts suggest that what is right or what is wrong may be based upon different cultural aspects or society. Okay, like how your society is based upon. Okay, but the thing about AI and the regulations of it being ethical, people at the border right now, while it's shut down, is because they're really debating if AI is going to take over their job. Now, I asked myself, well, is AI going to take over their job by going in and picking up all the shrimp, all the fish, all the lobster out for us? But I also, or do they have something where AI can come in and pick up the cars and sit them out? The focus is, or the argument is really about, is AI taking over people's businesses, right? Like what is it taking over their businesses? So here we go. For instance, in an ongoing debate over AI, like I said, it's been dividing us to see if it's going to also, let me say this about our privacy. AI is taking over our privacy, technically, right? So there's so many articles in the news and in the media in regards to AI taking over. So the Black Mirror episode highlights different ethical dilemmas that was going in there. And here's where the entertainment media shows comes in on the Black Mirror, that it explores different themes and many themes that are fixated around challenging challenging your moral beliefs. Throughout the episodes of Black Mirror, the main characters' beliefs or their moral ethics are always challenged, right? So if you ever think about when your moral ethic when you ever think about when your moral ethic was ever challenged, right? What's it called? When your moral ethic was let me see. I'm gonna try to, my friend is calling me right now. I apologize. It's a friend girl of mine. She's like in trouble. But in the moral ethic, if you ever been challenged by your moral ethics, even just like, for instance, even just right now, a friend of mine, she's like, hey, I need help. I am somewhere, blah, blah, third. Like, that's not my problem. But morally, if it's raining, do you say, hey, am I going to go out because it's raining? Or do you just stay back because you know that it's raining and go in a drier day? So same thing with the different ethics. That the character showed in Black Mirror. Black Mirror, but also let's look at the current event today that's happening right now, where the trucking industry, longshoremen's in the trucking industry, people have really literally shut down. So I also want to talk about virtual ethics within there. I want to discuss virtual ethics and moral relativism, how virtual ethics focus on the characters and their moral virtues, which is basically about who you are as a person. But if we're talking about Black Black Mirror, we're talking about the characters that are in Black Mirror, that each one of them have to go through some type of virtual ethic moral moral concepts. And so how does this emphasize in today, which basically is the importance traits like integrity, fairness, and in the context of AI, the argument is, hey, is AI fair? Is it accurate? Okay. What are the virtual principles of this ethics that it brings? Myself, I love AI. Okay. Like I love AI. I know that if you do not use AI in today's time, you will get left behind. I understand that, it's like, hey, try to come up off the top of your head. But when you talk to the average person today, like what's on the top of their head, just to kind of speak about it in that sense, you're almost like questioning that this person could be the expert. So I understand that AI could definitely be taking over businesses, taking over people's privacy. Of course, I'm not fond for my privacy being taken over. But what I will say is that my mom told me long time ago that your privacy, there's nothing private anymore. So even with that being said, with today's time, you are your moral ethics within your own self is taken out. So I do like the fact that AI is here. I don't want it to go anywhere because at the end of the day, we've always been dealing with artificial intelligence and the other type of intelligence, not just human intelligence, for a very, very long time. And what Black Mirror showed as well is that it actually, even though it's a episode sequence, it still showed how the time is now. So I always question myself when people are making these different videos, will AI start taking over people making episodes, making movies, right? Where you have a director, you have a script writer, you have all these people that are intertwined with making a movie. But if it's just one click of a button to just create your character, create a scene, create, you can even probably tell the AI, create a problem, right? Between these two characters and, create a problem between these two characters and make them go through a moral, ethic type of situation. And I believe that the directors and the writers who wrote Black Mirror, they had to draw this up out of themselves, right? Of what we naturally see as morally right, our virtual ethics within it. So it just shows who we are as people, right? When you're using AI. So in the context that AI advocates are, to me, very transparent. Going back again, when you ask it specifically instructions, it gives you specifically what you ask, okay? So I do want to highlight the characters that they build different characters, right? And into this framework of technology, the developments ensure that AI is telling you, not saying the right answer, but like the morally right answer, right? So that kind of has us like, if AI is not really living our life, how can AI tell us how to live, right? So that's another argument. But at the same time, I do believe that we should still have AI because it does serve us. It serves us ethically, So the role of religion and morality, it does discuss that within Black Mirror. It does discuss that in the various scenes that I've watched. But I do want to say that there are many ethical discussions that influence by religious and beliefs. So that's just like when I went to church on Sunday. The message, the pastor is still human, right? But he still comes in with a message, right? And while he comes in with that message, his cohort purpose is to deliver that message. So whether or not I believe in it or that particular message reaches me at that particular moment, not saying that it's not up for debate, but who's to say that the pastor is not using AI to create his preachings today, right? And in that, why couldn't you not ask AI, hey, AI, I want to be able to come up with a preaching. I want to come up with a sermon, but I want to talk about these code of ethics. I want to talk about these moral ways that we as humans should adapt more to. But why not use AI? I'm sure AI will give you the Bible verse, will give you the reason, will give you everything that you need to know. So why not utilize AI in this new time? Why not utilize it? So in this AI debate, religious principles often surface, which we know this. Oh, is AI right? Is AI taking over? It's not human. It's not God. There's so many different arguments, right? But I do believe that God will not create anything through a human brain that we can think, that he allows for us to think, and we not be able to incorporate everything around us. It's like if I took a fork and I was to eat with the fork, I might look at it, stab here, or whatever. But regardless of what, as long as I'm using that tool, which AI to me is a tool, right? Then I know that it should not really be anything. It's not going to hurt me. The tool should help me. Okay. Right. But these values can shape, our approach to technologies and its ethics, meaning that what technology tools we use, is it following a ethical code, a code of ethics, right? I will say this. I see in today's time, and I'm giving you a couple of examples, but I know that we have people that work from home. In that same code of ethics, we're still using the same technologies, the computers, same type of AI technologies at home, but people are still able to get your credit card number, your housing information, all your personal information. So where does the line draw, right, in the code of ethics with AI and how AI is taking over, and how today, as of October the 1st, everything's shut down, right, at 12 o'clock. I literally have been waiting over the weekend to see if it was really going to happen. And it did. Okay. So just to let you know of what we've learned today about our ongoing discussions about AI regulations and why it's so complex and how it influences moral relativism, and virtual ethics and the religious beliefs all together. It is so crucial, right, to integrate all of this together with our with many perspectives in our lives, okay, and how we navigate to be able to utilize AI into our daily work, into our daily lives, not just our work, that we think that AI is taking over our business and also our privacy. But what I will say is this: if they do not pay those people, you're going to have cars, you're going to have straws, you're going to have food, you're going to have so many different things that are going to be standing still on that port until the humans get paid. And this comes with being ethical, as the government being ethical. Because yes, you can switch out AI with humans, but how long will it last? And not only how long will it last, but how long will it last? And how long will we actually use it? Okay. So I hope that you all enjoyed this video, and I hope that you give me a thumbs up, right? If that's what they say. But I hope that you learned something from it about ethics and AI and the regulations of if it's morally right to be able to use AI, even if it's in college, if it's in your daily activity, if it's baking a cake. Can you ask AI Can you show me how to make a pound cake? And I'm sure AI can give you that answer. But going back to the actual segment of Black Mirror, if you watch episodes of Black Mirror, you will see that the characters inside of Black Mirror in every episode has some type of religious belief, some type of virtual ethics that they have to combat. And that's what makes the character stronger at the end. So I just wanted to say that, hey, with AI, with this, the directors can be out of business as well, because now anybody could be in their room and write a script. But somebody asked, is that morally right? Because they didn't go to school for television and film, but they have such a great story. Should we say that that person shouldn't share their story because they're not in SAG or they're not in the Writers Guild? No. Why not open up new doors utilizing AI? And if somebody was to ask you, hey, how did you write this script? That's when you got to come and you got to now say, hey, the idea came from me, but I also use technology, which is AI, to help me write this script. So therefore, you're not leading people on or misleading people that all of this stuff came in your head. But who's to say that it couldn't? Because guess what? We've watched so many horror films from Stephen King as an example, right? That you ask yourself, well, he didn't use AI. He used his brain. So then you ask yourself, are you really thinking like that in your head? Or did some type of intelligence come down and visit you? Now, you be the judge of that. But hey, I'm going to still continue to use AI.